Hello. Instead of pretending I never played this game before, I am going to play it like you have never seen Manny Calavera played before. In these videos, you will find everything from the littlest details of Manny's smoking habits to the grand question of the meaning of the ninth underworld, and the very real possibility of an infinite time loop in the eighth. I will introduce these Mexican Loteria cards as they appear in the game and translate some of the sayings that come with them. I'm willing to bet that even Tim Schafer doesn't know that they're here. Yet, there are so many of them that you can play Mexican Bingo along with Grim Fandango. I will even talk about La Calavera Katrina, the dapper skeleton, and how her history of revolution and cultural appropriation relates to Manny's character. Manny is quite the dapper skeleton himself. I will be giving all his fashion choices the critique they deserve. For instance, how effective is it to cosplay the romantic lead from Casablanca to prove that he is not in love? I will even prove conclusively and quite logically that egg-laying skeletal pigeons make perfect sense. So join me for a game of Grim Fandango like you've never seen before. Some musicians that aren't playing.
Sorry for the wait, Mr. Flores. I am ready to take you now.
Take me?
Convincingly spooky.
No, there's no need to be nervous.
Nervous? No. Just your appearance. It's a little intimidating.
Intimidating? Me? But I'm your friend. My name's Manny Calavera. I'm your new travel agent.
I don't want a new
He's really putting it on.
I want to go home.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone. Everybody here is just as dead as you. That's why we call it the land of the dead. Are you ready for your big journey?
No. What journey?
The 4-year journey of the soul. It is quite a big trip. And I can't lie to you, Celso. It could be very, very dangerous. Unless you were to take that money you were buried with and buy a better travel package from us. I mean, wouldn't you rather cross the land of the dead in your own sports car? Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise? Or, if you led a very good life, you may even be eligible for a ticket on the number 9 itself.
The number 9?
That's our top-of-the-line express train. It shoots straight to the ninth underworld, the land of eternal rest, in 4 minutes instead of 4 years.
Eternal rest sounds so boring.
Let's take a look at your records. Well, the bad news is the train appears to be just out of your reach, but I still got a couple of tricks up my sleeve here. Yaha! Yes, that's the ticket. The Excelsior line. Yes, she's a beauty. That compass and the handle will sure come in handy, too.
This is an Easter egg nobody noticed. See which way is east. There are references to Quetzalcoatl in this game, who is the god of east wind and a savior of souls. East is where souls would go if they were to travel on foot on their 4-year journey.
Oh, you're going to have a great trip. Wish I was going.
Why don't you? You could give me a lift.
Oh, I can't leave here until I've worked off a little debt to the powers that be.
Community service, eh? Well, I guess there are some folks worse off than me.
Oh, I'll be leaving here soon enough. No thanks to dead and no commission low-life cases like yours, Menso.
Hey, Manny, the boss told me to tell you not to leave early tonight. He wants to talk to you about something when he gets back from his trip.
Tell Don not to worry. I'm not going anywhere.
That number begins and ends with the number 9. There are many numbers in this game like that.
Especially not with clients like that. Where do they get these guys? They don't qualify for anything good, so I can't sell anything good. Can't work off my time, and I'm stuck. Stuck selling walking sticks to a bunch of burros for eternity. I need better clients. I need a real saint. I need a lead on a rich, dead saint. ¿Qué es esto?
Before we go get that message, I would like to show you this Loteria card because it has Calavera's name on it. La Calavera means the skull, so Manny's name is literally Manny the Skull. The saying I have for this card talks about walking through a graveyard and picking up a skull. So really, this card is about filling your inventory with random useless objects. Traditionally, the numbers on these cards don't mean a thing, so the 42 in the corner there is utterly without significance. So let's go and walk over to that pneumatic tube. Hey, did you know that a company called Eagle Pneumatic can still install one of these things for you?
It's some sort of special work order.
To all agents from Office Manager Don Copel.
All right, you boneheads, thank your lucky stars and get to your friggin' cars. We have a mass poisoning on our hands. Too many dead to assign specific cases, so all clients are first come, first serve. So let's see some hustle out there.
Whatever you say, Jefe.
In an adventure game, that means do everything else first. So let's examine the office instead. Would you just look at Manny's computer? Roaring 20s Art Deco stand, vintage 80s Amber CRT monitor.
Here's Celso's file. That walking stick was too good for him.
And is that a modern standing desk? Or is Manny just too short to use it without stilts? Well, good for him. Sitting is the new smoking, you know. And over here, there are some cards. So let's go and pick them up.
Better take these cards. It looks like a long day of solitaire for me.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be Shakespeare, a French guy, a matador. Regardless of what that guy is supposed to be, skeletons like this have a long history. La Calavera Garbancera mocked the appropriation of Western styles. La Calavera Katrina overdressed herself in fancy, expensive Western clothing as well, but it couldn't hide the fact that her bones still belonged with her people. Today, these Katrinas are a Day of the Dead tradition. They honor the dead and remind us of our own mortality, so that we may remember to make each moment of our lives matter. And what of Manny Calavera here? What does he think of these cards?
This deck of cards is a little frayed around the edges. Then again, so am I. And I've got fewer suits.
3 more suits and he would break even with his deck of cards.
This end cabin is where I hang my cloak. Nothing in there but my cloak. I'm gonna let it air out some more.
Is there any room for air in a locked closet? He just left his Reaper cloak locked in the closet. Here's a fun fact for you. The devs named the music in this hallway Mr. Frustration Man. Let's briefly chat with Ava and then move on.
It's my boss's secretary, Ava.
It's my boss's whipping boy, Manny.
Buenos dias.
Manny, why aren't you at the poisoning?
I will translate the Spanish sometimes.
What poisoning?
The Code 3 gazpacho poisoning that everybody's at but you.
Not this
Why
time.
do I send out memos if nobody reads them?
Busy as ever, I see.
I'd have more work to do if you had more clients.
Ouch.
That is some vicious client shaming. If she only knew why Domino had all the good clients, would she still hand out this much grief?
Where is everybody?
Oh, Manny, did you forget what day it is today?
Oh man, did I come in on Saturday again?
It's the Day of the Dead. Everybody's back in the land of the living, visiting their families like we should be.
Why aren't you visiting your family today?
The boss is here, so I gotta be here. How about you, Cal?
No one back there I want to see.
And you don't want Domino here alone, getting all the good leads.
Domino's here?
He's at the poisoning right now, stealing your commission.
We just learned that he lived his entire life without making a single friend. And any family he had, he's alienated from. He's so alone, only Ava gives him the time of year. Let's walk over here. It seems a little mean to make a smoker with short legs run. Would you just look at that vintage vehicle? All it's missing is a driver.
Oh, I sold so many car travel packages when I was first starting out. When did I lose my edge?
If I had to bet, I'd say it's about the same time that the pneumatic tube server was installed in the building.
I remember the year they built that. Mostly because it cost so much we didn't get bonuses that year. Tacaños.
It looks like he's been here for some time, but not terribly long, as there are still living people who remember him, assuming they measure the passage of time the same way. That's east.
I'm not walking on the freeway. I shouldn't even be standing here.
Fine. Run, Manny, run! And that is the worst creepy clown outside of a horror story. But Manny doesn't know that yet, so let's go talk to him.
Hey, what's going down, clown?
Hey, back off, suit. I'm practicing.
Poor Manny, trying to be cool and getting rejected by this clown.
Some festival, huh?
Yeah, pretty busy. My carpal tunnel syndrome's really acting up.
But you don't have any tendons.
Yeah, well, you don't have a tongue, but that doesn't seem to shut you up now, does it?
We've heard of sad clowns and happy clowns. This is why angry clowns have not caught on. Underneath the clown's hostility, there is some really important exposition here. They can still do all the things they did when they were alive.
Practicing what?
Wringing your neck. What does it look like?
Just like Gacy, the gay killer clown. They made several horror movies about him.
Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
Oh my god. Creepy-ass clown. A normal person would walk away right now. But Manny is going to say...
Bet you can't do a cat.
Shows
Doesn't
what
hate
you
cats
know, buddy.
yet.
I can do anything. I can do birds, amphibians, famous poets. Go ahead. Name one.
Robert Frost.
Trying to stump me, eh? Ta-da!
He pulls them out of his butt. Did you see that? That's Do we see that right? Look at this. He pulls out those from his butt.
Another balloon animal.
Jeez, what now?
We have to get more of these. If you get enough of them, you squeak while walking, and it's kind of funny.
Ta-da!
My kid wants another balloon animal.
Jeez, what now?
He's lying to Gacy the clown
Heck,
about
that's
having
easy.
kids who are interested in these balloons just to cover
There's no
up his
limit
own
on
sense of
those.
embarrassment. And this is
That's not what balloons are for.
this year's biggest understatement.
My kid wants another balloon animal.
Jeez, what now?
Do you have any more dead worms back there?
Well, sure.
Back there is right. Did he pull that other whole balloon out of his butt too? Okay, let's look at these nice pretty pigeons in the corner here. They're such nice skeletal pigeons.
Could you teach me how to do that?
Well, since you're a beginner, why don't you practice the first step?
Which is?
Blow!
Bang!
Oh, I get it.
Another
This
one.
whole thing
Lousy,
is just
bony
one big
fingers.
innocent engineering joke. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. That's how you build an engine. And I'm gonna just keep on
I
telling
have to go.
myself that.
That sound makes me want to kill somebody.
You too?
To really demonstrate the inventory system in this game,
Since I really didn't get to
let's
celebrate the
get
festival
a
this
lot
year,
of
I think
bread.
I'm entitled to a little pan de muertos. I'll just take a little more bread to honor the dead. I'll just take a little more bread to honor the dead.
Before Bender, there was this.
I'll just take a little more bread to honor the dead.
And over here, there's a barrel. This is the barrel card as it's presented in the Loteria.
Those crates are completely blocking the sidewalk. What if there were a fire?
That seems to be a hint, but you can't actually set them on fire. I don't remember this game pushing you away from the
I
barrel
don't
like
need the
that.
hernia. They're just full of party favors, and I'm not in the party mood.
Aw, poor Manny, alone in a crowd. So completely cut off from everybody. Here is where we try to destroy the barrel with a scythe, because you should be able to do that. Scythes are
I
badass.
don't want to mess up my blade.
But like usual, he doesn't want to use the scythe on anything. And right over this barrel that Manny refuses to climb over or destroy is the only human in the land of the dead whom we see driving a car. It's a bit hard to see, but the one character there that isn't animated sure looks a lot like Olivia. Now, why do you think she's there? Is she here with Hector Lamans? Or is this where she first met Hector Lamans? Or is she just really interested in the clown? I'd love to hear what you think her story is in the comments. So, not everyone appreciates the inventory system in this game. Card. Cards. Balloon. Balloon. Clown condom. Another clown condom. Bread. bread, 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 scythe. You know what? Forget the inventory system for right now. Can't stand that suit that he's wearing in this chapter. He has a legitimate right to wear the Grim Reaper cloak. Instead, he keeps that in his closet and dresses like an IBM salesman. If I was a skeleton with a Grim Reaper cloak, I'd be walking down the street going, "Sachet, Shantae, I'm the Reaper, bae." But this guy dresses like he tried to audition for Death of a Salesman one too many times. And that's how he died. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And now I'd like to know what you think. Do you think Manny was ever in any danger from the killer clown? And if Manny could wake up and realize that he's trapped in an infinite time loop, and one day just pole vault over that barrel with his scythe, what do you think that story would go like? Clearly, Olivia wouldn't be interested in Manny, and he wouldn't be interested in women like her. But he's got all the resourcefulness of an adventure game character, and she's got a car. How would that road trip go? But what I really want to know is, what's up with the scythe? He's really attached to the scythe even though he's not a fan of his cloak. Who gave it to him? How did that encounter go? Why does he love his scythe so much? Maybe you can tell me that part. I may know which way's east, but I'm at a loss there. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when the next video is dropping. So join me back next time for the next installment of a deep dive into Grim Fandango and the symbolism of the Loteria, brought to you by a White Russian. But a deep dive into Grim Fandango and the Day of the Dead symbolism and other cultural curiosities that I really like in this game, even though I'm not from that culture. So I'll probably get lots of flack for talking about it. So, до свидания.